everyone, Amanda here from Scrimpingmommy.co.uk, and today I'm going to share this absolutely super cool card with you. If you're a Stampin' Up demonstrator or a crafter, you're just going to want to make this card. It's awesome, awesome fun, and you can make this for any crafter, and this set is super versatile. You could change this up to suit all sorts of occasions or reasons. So I'll just quickly show you what I've used. I've used the Apron Builder Framelets dies, and there is a coordinating stamp set. So as you can see, we've got I Love Baking, I Love Stamping, I Love Barbecue, Get Well Soon, lots and lots of different reasons for using this stamp set. And within the thinlets, I will just quickly show you. You've got, how many pieces do we have? We have, I have no idea, where is it? None of the numbers are on the back. Oh, there we go, 17 pieces. And you can really get creative with these. We've got the apron, we've got the utensils, the baking utensils, look how cute those are. We've got little tiny scissors, we've got rolling pins, we've got barbecue tools. You can have so much fun with this set, okay? Really cute. So let me just put that back in there. So I've just used the apron shape, and I have used the pocket, and I have used the little scissors. Okay, I'll put that away in a minute. I want patience for that. And then quickly I'm just going to share with you, I have put myself a little cross stitch edge there to the front, what's going to be the front of my card. And I'm going to show you where that's come from really quickly, and then we'll make the card. And this is from the Stitched Labels Framelets. And within these, which is one of my favourite sets because you've got these and they've all got stitched edges, you've got these two pieces here. Now, if you've ever bought stitched edge dies of any kind, and they're a certain shape or a certain dimension, and you think, oh, I wish I could just put it all the way around the edge of my card. Well, with these you can, because you can run it through your Big Shot, move it, run it through. You're not limited. You could do anything. You could do any size of card, front or back, tags, bags, absolutely everything. You can just do what you want with those, okay? That's what they're for. And one is just a normal running stitch and one is a cross stitch, so you've got both. They're awesome, I love them. So I'm going to show you how I've made my card now. I've waffled. So I'm starting with Melon Mambo, and this is a standard UK C6 size card, which measures when it's finished 5 7/8 of an inch by 4 1/8. So basically it's half of an A4 sheet of cardstock. So you get your cardstock if you're in the UK, and you cut it on the short side to 4 1/8. You just cut it straight down all the way, and then you turn it on the long side. You put it in your score board or your trimmer with your scoring tool, and you score it at 5 7/8. And that is how you get yourself a standard 10th fold card, and you will get two from one sheet of A4, because I know people do struggle how to cut cards, and I did when I first started. Right, I will leave all the measurements over on my blog. So then I've got a piece of black cardstock, and this is just 1/8 of an inch shorter. So that makes it, I've blinked and I've forgotten. So that makes that 4 by 5 3/4. Then I'm layering and layering to get those colours to pop. I've got Melon Mambo again, and that measures 5 5/8 by 3 7/8. Is that? Yeah. I will leave all the measurements on my blog. And then my stamping layer here is, I've cut that at a 1/4 of an inch increment. So that one measures 3 5/8 by, it should be 5 3/8, and I've cut a spare one for the inside. I haven't done the stitched edge, that's for the inside for you to write on. So those are the layers. Now there's quite a few layers, but it's not complicated. I will leave them all on my blog, so all you've got to do is lift my measurements. Scrimpingmommy.co.uk. Super simple, I've done all hard work for you. So now we're going to layer up these card bases. I'm confident that I can more or less get it straight nowadays. Now I've had a bit of practice. If you're not confident you can get these layers straight with a nice even border all the way around, use wet glue. Okay. but I'm getting better at this. I've only been at it nearly 3 years, and I can finally stick a card front on a card straight. You can teach an old dog new tricks. You can learn card making at any time. Before I joined Stampin' Up, I didn't even know how to cut a card base. I was a fabric crafter. So in just like, you know, however long, I've completely and utterly taught myself everything, and most of it is just sheer practice. Okay, so that's that. And then I'm not going to stick this on yet because I'm just going to do some stamping. So these are my die cuts, look. So those are my little scissors there, and that is my pocket, and here is my apron. But before we put that together, I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm coordinating with the Crafting Forever stamp set. This is a beautiful stamp set. It's awesome fun. Everything to do with crafting. Look at that sentiment. Crafting forever, housework whenever. Yeah, that sounds about right. Now, also, if you create products to sell, or you do, as with all companies, we do have an angel policy. So if you need to use the Stampin' Up copyright symbol, this stamp set has that in. If you're a demonstrator, you know, this stamp set is worth having because, as I say, it has that in as well as these awesome stamps for creating with. Okay, so I'm going to do something creative every day. I think we should. Oh, I do. Absolutely, I make at least one card every single day without fail. Right, so I want to try, this is one of my older stamps where I didn't put the stickers on, and I haven't readjusted it yet, so I'm going to have to try and get that on my stamp straight. And I'm using Memento, and I'm just going to practice stamp to see if that is straight first of all. Which way is it? It's that way. I thought it didn't look right. So let me see if that is straight. Not quite. This is why the new stamps with the fantastic new stickers that stick to the blocks are such an added benefit. This is an older one. I need to convert it. There we go, that's straight. So I'll ink that up, and I'm just going to lift it down so that I can see that that is fairly straight, and I'm just going to stamp it there. Okay. Alright, that's pretty neat, pretty straight. I'm happy with that. I'm going to put that black ink away, and what I'm going to do now is I'm going to very carefully, in case that ink is still wet, I'm going to add my adhesive on the back. One more for good luck, and I'm going to attach that to my card base. Okay, as I say, I've left a bigger increment on the front here. Okay, turn it over and give it a press. And while we're here, I'm just going to stick in the front one, the inside. So this is my added layer for writing on, because I've used coloured cardstock, although sometimes, you know, I don't bother, because when you're writing on there you can still see. So I don't always put a white layer inside. I don't think it's always necessary, but you will have a super sturdy card because you've layered. Right, so now we're going to make our cute apron. So first of all, what I've done is I have faux stitched all the way around the pocket with a white gel pen. Okay, I'll do it really quickly. Talk amongst yourselves. This is I think it's a Pilot, no, it's a Sakura. This one's a Sakura jelly roll, and they're not cheap, I will say, but they last ages. I have had this one a very long time, and I think if you're going to get a white gel pen, especially for actually writing on black card, you need to get yourself a good quality one, because a cheap one, once the ink has dried, you will hardly see it. Trust me, because I've bought cheap ones and they're rubbish. So invest in yourself a good one. You can get them on eBay or Amazon, more than likely. If you go to, you know, craft shows and things like that, it's always something worth looking out for there as well, when you can get your deals. Unfortunately, Stampin' Up don't sell the gel pens. There is a white chalk marker pen, but for me, I think it's like a fibre tip, whereas this is like a precision, you know, like a roller ball. So it's just that, so that's why I'm using this as opposed to the chalk marker. Because I think if you've got the ballpoint tip on the pen, it's more precise and you're going to get smaller, you know, smaller writing. So that is that. And then I'm going to just bring in the Stampin' Up logo, and I have got it from my grid paper. You know, when I've stamped on it, I'm done with it, I lift it up, I throw it in the bin. Well, I use both sides, but then it goes in the bin. But this little logo, if you cut it, is just the right size for that pocket. And I'm giving credit for this idea to a fellow demonstrator called Pauline Barnfather. And when this set first ever come out, she was the first person that I saw use the Stampin' Up grid paper logo on these aprons to make it look like a Stampin' Up apron. Because as demonstrators, you can actually buy aprons with the Stampin' Up logo on. They don't sell them for customers, but you can buy them as a demonstrator. And yes, she was the first person I saw do this, and I was like, oh, that's brilliant, I'm having a go. And I will say it's not the first time I've made this card. I've made it before. Right, so this is the little pocket, so I'm going to glue it on 3 sides, so that it is actually like a little pocket. Although I think my initial idea was to slip the scissors inside the pocket, and then I ended up sticking them on the top. But you can actually physically, if you just glue it on 3 sides, you can actually physically put things in the pocket then if you want. And I'm just going to glue it to the bottom there, like so. And I'm sending some of these to some of my team, my Stampin' Up ladies that have joined my team. A couple, I send cards to them regular for team rewards, or if you've got new joiners, they get a new joiner pack with a card. So I'm regularly needing a set of, you know, handmade cards ready to give to my team. So these will go on the pile, and the next person that needs a card will get one of these. Oh dear. So that just sticks in there perfect. I mean, if you're clever with a printer, you could print the logo off the internet, shrink it down, whatever, but that's an easy way to do it. I can't do all of that. I'm not clever enough. Well, I probably could if I thought about it, but I haven't patience. Right, so now I'm going to use this beautiful ribbon, which is silver and black, and it's called, what's it actually called? It's actually called striped metallic ribbon, and it's 1/4 inch, and it's in with the suite in the Spring Summer catalogue with the garage suite with all the cars and everything and the cogs. It's on that page if you're looking for it. So let me just think how much I need. I don't need an awful lot. We'll cut it to there to start with and see how we go. I'm just going to see how much I need. I don't want it over big. About that much is enough, I think. Yeah. So I just going to trim it down. I've got a little tad too much. Okay. Alright, about there. Alright. Now it will glue quite easily. Okay. 2 little lines of glue. And then just put it on. And then loop it. And attach it there. You just might need to hold it for a minute while it dries, okay? Just hold it for a minute while it dries. It better not be naughty. It does glue because I did it on my other one. There you go. And then just for the side here, I've just cut a small piece to make it look like, you know, the ties of the apron. So we'll just cut it at a slant there, like so. And I'm going to put it right where this dip is here, where the armhole goes. So it's right at the side, so it's in a realistic place. And I'm just going to attach it like so. And what I'm going to do here is, another way you can just quickly attach it is to just use some tear tape. So a tiny amount of tear tape to each side, and then just don't take the actual backing off. You know, like normally you'd take that backing off, just leave the backing on, and that will hold that for you like so. Okay, so now I can start and attach that, and then we'll make our scissors. Now I have cut 2 scissors, one in black and one in silver. You could just have just plain silver, but our stamping snips, here they are black and silver, so I'm imitating. I've even got a little charm that I received. I think D Corpus Reed made me that for a swap. I think that's D. I think that one's from D. I'm pretty sure. And what she did was she stamped out these scissors here on the shrinker, a little plastic, and you can make embellishments from it. So again, that's another way of using your Stampin' Up stamps. Okay, 3, 4, 5, and I've added the stitched edge because, you know, as crafters we do all sorts of crafting, don't we? Not just paper crafting. More often than not, ladies who are part of Stampin' Up do all sorts of other things as well, not just Stampin' Up. Sewing, knitting, crocheting, mixed media. I've come across ladies that do just about everything. Now for my little buttons, here we've got 3 little mini buttons. These are the needle nook, what are they called? Needle point nook mini buttons. They are absolutely adorable. They are very teeny tiny, so they are like perfect, the perfect scale, if you like, for this card. And they make a beautiful little embellishment. And all you do is get a glue dot. I've started with pink. Put it on the back. The glue dots are just the right size. Okay, so they won't protrude. And I'm going to have one of each colour. So we've got the pink, we've got the, I don't know, is that crumb cake maybe? Let me just use my pokey tool in the holes of the buttons to just push it into place, like so. And I love this kind of card because it's fun. You know, there's no specific mental, like, you know, fancy techniques to it. It's just creating a little piece of fun, isn't it? Let me just get that button straight. I've put it on the wonk. We don't want it on the wonk. There we go. And we've got a fairly even gap between those. You get the drift. Doesn't have to be perfect. So now I just need to add my little scissors. So what I'm going to do is, I want them to look like my stamping snips. So I'm just going to snip off the blade parts on the silver one. Save those. I don't know what I'll save them for, but you know, I never know. And then I've got a glue bottle here. If you don't have a fine tip one, just get a bit of glue on the back of your hand and dab the die cut on. Use tweezers if you're, you know, you can't handle tiny little teeny weeny things. That's what tweezers are for. Okay, and then I'm just gonna put it on there. Okay, and line it up to cover there. It's not fiddly, it's fiddly for about 3 seconds and then that's it, you're done. So it's worth doing. Just let me get that excess glue. Alright, so there I've got my little scissors. I love little stuff, little tiny things, I love it. And then I'm just going to put a very small amount of glue on there and get them onto my card. You could make a few and have them round and about, you know, they don't take much to do. I think I might actually put those scissors there so you can see them more clear. On this one I have put them on the pocket But yeah, I think that looks cute there. So there you go. I'm even in shop. There. So there you go. That's 2 cards made for some of my lovely team. Don't forget, if you are thinking of joining Stampin' Up, or you'd be interested, the joining offer that we currently have ends on Sunday. Tick, tick, tick. Time's running out. Don't miss out on that amazing deal. £170 worth of items for £99. I'll just sneak that little bit of marketing in there while I make my card. You know, doing alt jobs here. Thanks for watching. Check out my blog. All the details will be there. Leave a comment to enter my blog candy. That also ends on Sunday. So yeah, it's all happening. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Bye.